Hello everyone, my name is Devin Mork, this is my YouTube channel, and today I wanted to add an addendum to my Everbook course, Getting Things Done in an Everbook. The question that has come up is, how do you handle recurring tasks in an Everbook? And in this video, I'm going to walk you through one resource you'll add to your Everbook, and then 3 different ways you could handle recurring tasks. Alright, before writing out our to-dos for recurring tasks, we're going to begin with making an item in our reference folder. Very simple, starting here with a blank sheet of paper. We want to keep an ongoing list of our recurring actions. Please forgive my handwriting and my spelling. This is just going to be our ongoing master list of all of the recurring stuff that's in our lives. We're going to do our best to reference this once a week in our weekly review, if not, or at least once a month, however often. Now, for the sake of this demonstration, let's say that the task that we're committed to keeping track of is clearing out our email inbox. So I'm just going to call it, using the active verb, clear out email. And then on the right here, instead of where I'd normally put a due date, I'm going to say how frequently do I want to do this. I'm going to say weekdays. Every weekday. Okay, now in theory this would have things added and added and added and added, and I would refer to this when it's time for a weekly review or other planning sessions. Then I'm going to use my Everbook. But this is going to live in the reference bundle. First way to keep track of recurring actions is in your next actions list. Find your appropriate context. In this case, we're really only concerned about our email inbox at work. When we're not working, we are not really going to be doing our email. And so, one way to do this is to put the action clear out email inbox. And I'm really only doing this on weekdays, and so in the due dates here, or here, kind of get flexible. Sometimes I'll put them here. Actually, let's do it this way. I'm going to say an M, T, W, T, F. So I have something for each weekday to cross out, and I'm going to say due by will be actually the date of this coming Friday, so I'll say May 30th. All right, so this line needs to be completed by May 30th. If it's May 31st or April or June 2nd, I'm going to come back around and I should make a new line and hold myself accountable to say, listen, you only did this 3 out of 5 times last week. Make a new line, hold yourself accountable for a new week's worth of tasks. All right, that is method number 1. Methods 2 and 3 can be done on calendars, because remember, tasks/actions that go on the calendar, what we're saying is, I cannot do this until a particular day. So this is a fresh blank calendar. You may do your calendars differently, but mine basically has 3 major sections. First is this empty area at the top. Second is a space for appointments. So this is any obligations, oftentimes meetings that I have where I really can't move it, and actions that I want to take. I should be clear, I don't use this for time blocking ever, but that's not material to this video. We're going to focus on actions, and here you can see I have a square for each day of the week for 7 squares. The way this layout works, I can really get 4 days nicely per side, and so I have this extra space up here. Also with calendars, I like to do it 1 week gets 1 page. So when my week is over, I can just put this piece of paper away and it's gone. Okay, now let's start with the most obvious one. You could make an action for every weekday just like this. Clear out email, clear out email, and then we flip it over. Oops. I'm going to say COE for clear out email. clear email, clear email. Okay, so that's one task. It's very simple. Every day, you've got something to cross off to remind yourself, hey, today, gotta do my email, gotta do my email. Okay, super simple. The other option, and this is sometimes my preference, is to use this top space for any tasks that relate to the week as a whole. So in this case, I'm of the opinion that a recurring task that's on a weekly basis, that we can assign that to the week instead of assigning it to a day. But we're going to do it very similar to how we did it on our next actions list, where I'm going to write clear email inbox. And very similarly, I'm going to do my days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Bam. There you go. So, again, let's walk through those as a brief review. We begin with our reference bundle, and we keep a master list of our recurring tasks, or recurring actions, or recurring responsibilities, whatever you want to call that. In this case, we just have the one: clear out our email on weekdays. Method number 1 is to put it into the appropriate next actions list. Make sure you mark when the end of the week is and a indicator for each day that this task needs to be completed. Method number 2, going into our calendar, is putting an action on each day where that action needs to be taken. And method number 3 is using this space, if you have one, at the top of your calendar, considering this an assignment that relates to the week as a whole, and doing the same method of putting a letter for each day of the week as a reminder for how frequently you need to do this. All right, so I hope that is useful for those of you looking to make the most of your Everbook. Thanks for watching.